The following is an exclusive presentation of Jesup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup. Good morning. We appreciate you waking up and tuning in with the Big Dog here on this Thursday morning, the 17th day of January. Butch Hubbard here with you along with Bob Morgan. It's now time for the world famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply, Northeast Broad Street in downtown Jesup, Wolf Animal Hospital on West Cherry Street. Also brought to you by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear and by the Women's Health Center located in downtown Jesup on Cherry at Broad Street. And good morning, Bob. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Doing good. We got a special guest in this morning, don't we, Bob? Actually, we got two. We got one now, one a little bit.
We got several guests lined up today, but we're going to begin with Jill Blizzard Hospital Day here at Wayne County. Big Dog Country. She always comes in, updates what's going on at Wayne Memorial Hospital. So, first of all, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Good to see you. So, tell us what's taking place. I know they had the big blood drive yesterday. I understand it had a good turnout. That's good news.
Yes, sir, we did. The American Red Cross was very pleased, as were we. They set a goal for us, for our particular drive, of collecting 26 units of blood. And that number is based on previous blood drives and how many hours the blood drive occurs. So in 6 hours, we collected 32 units. So not only did we meet the goal, we exceeded it. So very pleased with the turnout. And thank y'all for promoting that. Thank you for mentioning it several times in your newscasts. That always helps. And we know that that's working because we had several appointments that were booked for the blood drive, but they also accepted walk-ins, and they had a ton of walk-ins, a ton. And people, as we were talking about before the show started, people really don't understand how important that blood drive is, all the blood drives. But if you've had a family member who's undergone unexpected surgery, if your life was saved by blood donations, then you do understand. So we thank y'all for your support, and thank you all out there for showing up and supporting it.
All right, and you've got many things that you want to talk about today here on the world-famous Butch and Bob Show. Jill Blizzard in here from Wayne Memorial Hospital. As usual, she's the most organized person I've ever seen in my life. I'm nowhere. If you put organization on a scale of 1 to 10, she's a 10, and I'm a -1. So I'm just amazed at her organization skills and the things that she brings in here to make things easy for us to be able to talk about during the Butch and Bob Show. What's the next item on the agenda that you want to talk about, Jill?
Well, we have a couple of complimentary meal tickets for a couple of your listeners to be given away.
Good.
So we do have an award-winning
these are the 2019
cafe.
ones, huh?
2019, that's
Okay,
right.
all right.
That's right. We do have an award-winning cafeteria. The old adage, hospital food, people think of certain images
Right.
when you say that phrase, but ours is really, really good, and we've won a lot of awards for it. And so if you haven't given us a try, I would encourage you to call in or what have you whenever they give away these meal tickets and give us a try. So again, the blood drive, we're very pleased about that. And next week, we actually have something coming up that our volunteers are doing. And it's very popular. It's already out there on Facebook and Twitter. It's been in the papers. But you will see next week we have a $29 sheet and pillow sale. It is January 22 through 25. So that's Tuesday through Friday. So Tuesday through Thursday, it's going to be 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then on Friday, they're going to do a half day, about 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. But this brings people in from all over, which is great for Wayne County because people oftentimes will travel in from other areas, other counties and towns to come to this sale because this company, outside of what we do, they also promote it. And they're really good at promoting it online. And with social media. So people drive in from Baxley, people have driven in from Blackshear, Hinesville, Brunswick even, to come to this sale. So I would encourage you, if you have any availability, to just swing by. It's in the main lobby. You can just walk in, take a look, see what they have. And our vendor told me yesterday, not only is he bringing sheets and pillows this time, he's also going to bring comforter sets. So a comforter set for $29. You just can't beat that. But the volunteers do this fundraiser. They do all these fundraisers once a month in our lobby, and a small percentage of the proceeds goes back to the volunteers, and then once a year they make a donation to our hospital for whatever the hospital may need, wheelchairs, beds, and so it really benefits the community.
And it's amazing. All the sheets, all sizes, $29. You said the comforters, they have pillows. Matter of fact, the sheets, the two sets of sheets two set of sheets that I have, and the pillow I have come from this sale a couple of years ago.
Good.
And enjoyed talking to the man. I guess it's the same guy.
Yes.
Yeah, he's from Valdosta. And,
yes.
It's just amazing, the quality of the sheets. I'm looking forward to taking a look at the comforter and see what it's all about. I used the pillow. I used the two different sets of sheets I got from them a couple of years ago. And for $29, you can't beat it with a stick. Let me tell
You cannot beat it. And, those are things that after a while, sheets and pillows, they need to be replaced.
They got to be replaced
and
every
so,
so often. Yep.
Yes. And it's really nice for your guests to have fresh, clean new sheets in your guest room. So
it is.
This is just something, and it's budget friendly, and you can just go ahead and replace it, and it doesn't put a hurting on your pocketbook or wallet. Okay. So want to make sure people know about that. Check out our Facebook
next week,
page.
22nd through the 25th.
Yes, sir.
Put on by the Wayne Memorial Volunteers, and
yes.
be in the lobby.
And speaking of the volunteers, I'm really encouraged. We've had a lot of different applications come in, and I'm really encouraged by that. So if you are listening out there and you have just 2 or 3 hours a week, please give me a call, 530-3115. We can find a volunteer spot that matches up with your skills and abilities and time availability. In the past month, we are moving along 4 new ones in the process.
Okay.
So we've got a gift shop, we've got a front desk, we've got waiting areas, we've got all kinds of different opportunities. So give me a call if you're interested in that, and we'll have a chat about that. Now, also, I want to let the public know about something else. One of our departments, the physical therapy department, they have a little contest going on, and they want to encourage everyone to keep all of their physical therapy appointments between now and March 1 specifically. Those that keep all of their appointments will be entered to win a new set of Yeti cups, and those are nice. They're really nice.
That's what I'm using right now. As a
yes,
Yeti.
You are.
I'm using a Yeti right now, and it's amazing how long it keeps my coffee hot.
Yes, or cold. You can take one of those to the beach for the day, and you're good. But there's a set of 3. There's a large tumbler, and then a medium-sized tumbler, and something that looks more like a big coffee mug with a handle, and they all have lids. But just want to let people know about that. That is also on our Facebook page and our Twitter page. And if you have any questions about that, just call the hospital at 427-6811, and they can put you in touch with our physical therapy department.
Patients who do not miss an appointment between now and March 1st will be entered to win there at the physical therapy outpatient rehab at Wayne Memorial Hospital. That's something you got to put a prize up there for people to show up to their appointments.
Well, we're putting a positive spin on it.
Putting a positive spin.
Yes, and if you've ever had to go through physical therapy or any kind of therapy, you know how important it is to keep those appointments.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't get worse or fall behind. So it's just something positive, a little reward out there.
Right.
And we do have a new physical therapy director, Mr. Nick Rex. He had appointments today, and so could not make it, but he will be coming with me on a future show.
Okay.
So, and also, as we said, Happy New Year at the beginning. Every New Year we have a baby New Year born into our hospital, and it's exciting to see the growth of our hospital and how many different people are traveling in from outside Wayne County for their health care. And so this year, you probably already saw it on the front page of the paper of our local Press Sentinel. But our first baby of 2019 was a little girl, and she is from Blackshear. And some years we've had to go into January 2, 3, 4, 5 to get the first baby. But this little baby, Miss Jorah Maddox Sapp, was born January 1st at 4:57 p.m. And her parents were just a delight to work with, and they agreed to let us photograph her and put it in the paper and all of that. But that's really exciting, and I want people to know that. We've got people coming in from all over, other towns. We've had some patients come from Brunswick even to receive services, Ware County as well. So that's exciting. A little girl, she was the baby New Year, and she's from out of town, Blackshear. And then our first Wayne County baby was also born January 1st, just a few hours later. And that was Emmett Michael Sumrow. And for his photo shoot, his parents wrapped him in a custom-made blanket that had the Jesup City police officer car and his badge number, because the dad is a police officer.
Oh, way to go.
It was precious. It was precious. And that was also in the paper as well. And that was a custom-made blanket. A lady from Baxley made it. So anyway, just want to make sure people know about those things. And we are looking forward to a great 2019, and I appreciate y'all letting me come in.
Well, Jill, you're welcome here anytime, and talk about the different things going on at Wayne Memorial Hospital. Love having you on and informing the public about all the services that y'all provide down there at our local hospital.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Bob, anything else for Jill this morning?
Just good to see you.
Good to see you, always.
All right, we'll be back more of the world-famous Butch and Bob Show in just a moment.
Good morning, everyone. Waking up on this Wednesday morning to partly cloudy skies as we move through the day. We'll enjoy sunshine. Temperatures are improving a little. Afternoon highs today will be close to 60 degrees, and tomorrow with sunny skies will stay in the low 60s. For Friday, sunshine, a few high clouds, and temperatures getting even warmer. The high for Friday moves into the mid to upper 60s. I'm Georgia meteorologist Laura Huckabee in the GNN Weather Center.
The birthday and anniversary calendar here on Big Dog Country is aired weekday mornings about 7:25 right after local news. It's easy to let us know who you know is having a birthday or anniversary. Email us the birthdays and anniversaries at birthdays@bigdogcountry.com. Text them in at 912-427-3711 or call them in weekdays from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 427-3711. Then listen in about 7:25 weekday mornings to hear the birthdays and anniversaries right here on WIFO 105.5 FM. 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO. World famous Butch and Bob Show. Thursday morning, 17th day of January. We've got Heather Altman in here this morning. Where is she at? There she is. Heather Altman in this morning from the Wayne County Board of Tourism. And good morning, Heather.
Good morning.
Is that big initials that you've got up there?
That is my big initials. My ha-ha initials this morning.
Your ha-ha initials?
Yes, keep me warm.
Yeah, I like your big initials there, woman.
Thank you. Good morning. We're here this morning to talk about the Wayne County Coon Jam, Paul Sheffield Memorial Coon Jam that we do every year in honor of Mr. Paul Sheffield. And I have with me Miss Becky Rainwater and Mr. Michael Lewis to help us talk about this event that we've got taking place at JC Fairgrounds. It's a 3-day event. It kicks off tonight, and then we run tonight, and we'll run Friday night, and we'll run Saturday night. So we're excited about it. It's going to be a big year for us, we do believe, this year. Mm-hmm. We average 60 to 80 dogs a night in the past, so we're excited to see what we can bring into Wayne County this weekend to hunt some coons.
All right. And it is a sporting competition. And which one of y'all two want to begin? Becky? Okay, the mic's got to go close to one of y'all.
Good morning, Butch.
All right, good morning. Introduce yourself once again.
This is Michael Lewis.
Michael Lewis, and what is your involvement with the Wayne County Board of Tourism coon competition?
Well, I hunted for Paul for about 22, 23 years. So yeah. I was pretty much raised with Becky and Pat and all of them and Neil. But it just means a lot for us to be able to have this hunt in honor of Paul. A lot of people that's not familiar with the sport don't realize Paul Sheffield was the Richard Petty of coon hunting. No matter where we went, what part of the world we were hunting in, everybody knew Paul, and they all gathered around him. And it's just a big honor to still be able to put this hunt on, and we're going to do it as long as we can for him and for the Sheffield family. We got a lot of people that's going to be coming this year. I just got off the phone with 2 from Kentucky that's on the way, and 1 from Fort Lauderdale. And
how many dogs do they bring with them?
These 2 from Kentucky had 2, 1 apiece. There's 2 boys coming. They had a dog apiece, but it's probably going to be one of the bigger ones we've had because all this rain and water all over. A lot of hunts have been canceled. I know the big hunt in Waycross got canceled, and a lot of them down in Florida. So this is opportunity for some of them to come out and hunt that hadn't been able to hunt in the last month or 2 because of all the water and rain.
Okay, the hunt, for folks who do not know about coon hunting, it's done at night, and it starts at not long after sunset, or when?
Yeah, our deadline to entry fee tonight will be at 7 o'clock. Once we get all that and all the dogs in and draw out.
And how many dogs and handlers will you have in each hunt?
It could vary. We could have anywhere from 60 to 100 dogs tonight, and then that's divided up in 4 dogs per cast.
4 dogs per cast. Okay.
Yeah, and they'll have a guide and a judge that carries them out, and then your top 4 dogs, 4 high-scoring dogs, will come back in, and you'll have what's called the final 4. They can either hunt it off or they can split the money.
How does a dog become number 1 in their group?
As far as
how are they graded? Are these going to be the top 4 dogs that are going to be in the final hunt?
Well, when you turn the dogs out, the first one to strike gets 100, 75, 50, 25. First one to tree, the same thing. But the key to the whole sport is knowing your dog, not striking somebody else's dog or treeing somebody else's dog, because if you do, you're going to get minus for the amount of points that you struck in.
Oh, okay.
But most of these handlers, they know.
They know the dogs bark.
They know them. They hunt them every night. Yeah. They know everything about them.
I've got a coon dog. He's never hunted before, but I know his bark. All my neighbors know his bark. And so what they do is they go and they hunt and they try to find the coon, and of course they tree the coon.
That's right.
And then the guys arrive there at the tree. So what happens then?
And then they score the tree. They look, make sure they have the coon. Mm-hmm. If they have the coon, the points are plussed. If they don't, they're minused, unless it's what we call a circle tree, which is a tree that's thick, may have a den in it. The coon could possibly be there, you just can't see him.
Right.
And then you circle those points. If it's slick and you know there's nothing there, then it's minus.
All right. And then after the scoring's done and all that, y'all just walk away from the tree, and the coon's okay. No one does anything to the coon, folks.
and time stops once you score that tree, and you go back to truck or move or what have you, cast them again. We hunt for 2 hours, but a lot of times it'll take you about 4 hours to hunt those 2 because the time's only running while you're hunting. Okay. And once you score a tree,
okay. So you have different hunts on 3 different nights. In where at in this area will the hunts be held?
We'll hunt here. We'll hunt Appling County, Ware County, Glenn County, probably back toward Ridgeland, South Carolina, maybe some even right on the edge of Florida.
How long does it take to train a coon dog to be effective?
It's a lot of long nights and every night. And yeah, I was always fortunate. We didn't have to train them. Paul buy them for us. He wanted to win, and whatever it took to win, that's what he done. So he kind of
he just went off and bought the ones that are already trained in the best.
It didn't matter what they cost.
You want to pull that on it to Becky there? All right. Now, Becky, tell us your involvement with the coon hunting.
I'm just the oldest of the 3 girls he had. So he did a lot of hunting. He was always gone on the weekends. He was gone at nights hunting, but he always took care of us. We got to do what we wanted to do. We would follow him sometimes on the weekends to those bigger hunts where he sold dog supplies. So he would set up and sell dog supplies, and then he would hunt at night.
Now, some stories that you've told in the past here on the world famous Butch and Bob Show this time of year before the coon hunt, y'all just kind of hung out in the truck and just did your own thing. You didn't have cell phones or electronics back then. You just had to make your own entertainment while the men were out there hunting and with the coon dogs, right?
That's right. He had this big red van, and he completed it and put his bunk beds in the back of it. So when so if we got tired, we could go in there and lay down and sleep. But yeah.
Why did he take y'all with y'all? Why do you take the girls with him to go hunting when basically all you did was hang around the van? Did y'all do anything else for them? You cook, you clean, you prepare, nothing? You just wanted to go, right?
I guess. We ran around and played and just did whatever.
Just
Followed
being around
him.
Dad, huh?
That's right. Mama was with us, too, because she would help him with the dog supplies.
Okay.
So.
And you grew up that way?
I grew up that way.
Grew up coon hunting?
Coon hunting.
When was the last time that you were out there involved in the actual coon hunting itself?
Oh, it's been years
Been
and
years?
years and years. Yes, because he bought me a camera one time, a 35 millimeter Canon camera, those big ones. So that's probably about the last time I went. I'd go out there and take pictures of his dogs treeing so he could put them in the coon
Was that
books
like in
and
the
stuff.
80s or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah, I had a Canon AE1 back
Yeah.
in the 80s, and it was a great camera. You
Yeah.
probably had something similar to that then.
I did.
Yeah.
He bought me with those zoom lens so I could zoom in on
Oh,
them.
yeah. So you were the
So-
official picture taker, huh?
I was for a little while.
Yeah. So you never went out with them and actually went to hunting in the mud and
Oh, yeah. I
you
have
did?
them. Yeah,
You
we
had
had
your
those
waders
hip,
on?
but yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes we couldn't, it'd go over our boots, so he'd pick us up and tote us across them. Yeah.
You know, you're out there bebopping around out in the woods. It's dark. You know, there's all kinds of living creatures out there. Some of them are good, some are bad. Were you ever worried about some of the snakes or anything of that sort with y'all out there hunting?
Not really. He had a pistol on the side.
Yeah. Well, with all those dogs barking, all those boots going through the mud, most of the time snakes don't want to have anything to do with that.
Exactly right.
They want to get away from it, right? Yeah. And so your family has continued on with this with the Wayne County Board of Tourism and help support the memory of your dad.
Yes.
Okay.
And like Michael says, anywhere you go in the United States, if we can be in Kentucky, we can be in South Carolina, we can be in North Carolina, we can be in Michigan. If somebody coon hunts and they find out you're associated with coon hunting, the first question they ask you, do you know a Paul Sheffield? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, I do.
So the Richard Petty of coon hunting, huh?
That's
Yep.
him. I was just at one of the
A
probably the
little
biggest-
closer, Mike.
I was just at one of the probably the bigger hunts as far as people wise and all with supplies, and Paul would always be there at the Grand American. He was actually, this was the 54th, I think, and he helped start that hunt. And still today, people would come up to me there because I have his booth there now where he was always at, and still ask about Paul, the family, and what have you.
Okay. So y'all begin tonight, and do y'all meet at a certain location and then go out, or do you
Fairgrounds.
You're going to meet at the fairgrounds, get everything organized, and then everybody go out to their different hunts. Where do you get the judges from?
Most judges will be a hunter. You can have a hunting judge. One of the hunters on the cast will be a judge.
And there'll be 4 dogs per
cast.
Per cast.
That's right.
Okay.
Now, on the final round, if they hunt it off, then you'll have a non-hunting judge.
Now, these are
on that.
male and female dogs?
Yeah.
Okay, and do these dogs know each other, or are they just thrown together?
Just thrown together. You
Just
don't
thrown
know
together.
who you're going to draw out with. We
Okay.
put them all in a hat, and
So you don't have no idea which dog you're hunting with?
or where you going.
So you bring your own dog, you don't know if you're going to be hunting with your own dog?
Well, you'll be hunting your own dog,
Right.
But you won't know the other 3
You don't
dogs.
know
that
the
you're
other 3 dogs.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
And y'all have mentioned to me in the past, I know that Becky has, about some of the money that your dad has turned down on some of his top coon dogs before, and people out there are amazed that someone would turn down that kind of money for a dog. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but he became very attached to some of his coon dogs through the years.
It's amazing what a lot of people they don't realize what money's spent on a lot of these dogs.
Oh, it's
I know,
from
it's
what
like
y'all
when-
said in the past, it's amazing what they've spent on
It
these
was
coon
40
dogs.
something thousand for Dan back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's a hunt where people go out there and have a good time, go out through the woods and tree the dogs, but no guns are taken. It's not hunting per se. It's a scoring of these dogs and see how quickly and how well they can tree coons.
That's right.
Okay? As long as the coons cooperate, right?
Well, you're going to have a winner regardless.
Yeah.
But I'd just like to go ahead and thank some of the sponsors, some of the people that's helped us. The tourism board, for sure. If it weren't for them, we couldn't do it. Riker Carter, the Carter Group, Sheffield's Trophies, Big Dog Lights, Conkey's Hunting Supply, Green Motor Company, Kerry Martin, Black Share Drug, Door and Window Supply, The Buzzards Roost, Ground Level Contracting, Buddy Boy Pet Foods, and Overholt General Contractors. I think I got them all.
Is that it?
Wynn Concrete.
Yeah, Wynn Concrete, Heath Wynn.
Okay.
And, of course, Michael Lewis Hunting Supply, because without Michael and Gut and the Georgia Department of Natural Resources, we cannot do this.
Right.
Michael and Gut come to us a couple years back. I think this will be our 5th year. Sixth year. And come to us and said, we know that nature-based tourism y'all got going on is going really well in the community. We want to talk to you a little bit about some coon hunting. And so they've come in and they've basically took this and made it a large event for our community, bringing a lot of out-of-town hunters from all over the states to do this. And we greatly appreciate them because basically we're here to get someone to cross that county lines, drop a couple of dollars and leave them with us to help our economy. And without them, we couldn't do it because they basically do it all. I'm here. I do hang out with them. I am blessed to say. I am blessed.
You go out there at night with them?
I do, and I basically, that's what I tell Michael every time when we get close to 2 o'clock, because that's the time that they have to be back in, is by 2 o'clock in the morning. And I sit there talking to Michael, and I was like, "Have you called any of them judges? Are they going to split? Or are they going to cast back out?" And every night you want them to split because you get to go home after you get them done. If not, they go back out and run to 6 o'clock in the morning, and then you got to wait for all them to come in to take care of everything. And so we've been fortunate to have them. There is some people that travel from Oklahoma and everywhere else. They says, "No, we're here to run these dogs. We go run all night." And I've told Michael many times that I'm very blessed that my husband's not a coon hunter because I do not know that I could be a part of that hobby. I have a nephew that's just got into it. The expense is outrageous for the price of dogs and waders and the lights that they wear on their head, and just the fact that if you don't have a tracking collar on that dog, and you don't know where that dog is, you're going to spend many hours in the woods looking for that dog. So these guys come with
the trackers on, right?
Yes, these guys GPS trackers, so they know
yeah.
where their dog is. It doesn't take them that long to get them up, but it's a lot of walking, a lot of work, and these guys do a great job. There's many times Michael's had to put on his waders and go out and take a cast out and in the cold and work it, and same thing with Gut May. So whatever they have to do, they do, and we appreciate them doing that for us, and we appreciate the Sheffield family for allowing us to honor Mr. Paul for what he's done, and the Board of Tourism are very grateful that they come to us and let us be a part of this also.
There must be something trying to train a dog just to hunt coons. I mean, that's got to take a lot of training, right?
It does, but these dogs, they're bred to tree. That's their instincts, to tree. The type of breed, yeah. You just had to break them off and maybe tree them possums or what have you.
Or chasing deer like mine did when I used to live out the lake. I'd be standing there trying to find him because I'd hear his bark going across through the woods, and then I'd be standing there where I think he's going to go, and next thing you know, this deer would go flying by, and then he'd be not far behind him chasing him. So, of course, he never had any formal training. He was just a pup when I found him. And so it's a very interesting sport, a sport that if people are not involved with, just don't understand the type of money and time and effort that goes into effective coon hunting.
It's a lot of money involved. People, it's unreal at the moment.
It's an expensive hobby.
Yeah.
It's an expensive hobby and a very timely
But there are prizes to win, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, there is. There is. Michael can tell you how we break that down nightly. The Board of Tourism, and along with the entry fees from this event and the sponsors is basically what makes this happen. So
we'll give away like right around 10,000 this weekend.
Okay.
In the 3 nights. But a lot of these hunts these boys hunt in are 25, 35,000, 40,000.
Wow.
I know Paul, they won it twice, him and Buddy in the same year, fall and the spring. They won 50,000 that year, and then turned around and sold her for 20,000, I believe it was.
Sold the dog?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Did you get a new pair of shoes that year, Becky?
You get new shoes, don't matter what's going on. You can ask my spin class. They always rag me. And Bob, by the way, they want to know where you've been lately.
Yeah, Bob in a spin class with you, Becky.
We try to get him there some.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right. Well, this is great. It's going to be going on tonight, tomorrow night, and what day of the week? Saturday night. Y'all getting through just in time because Sunday night's supposed to be windy, blustery, and bad. So y'all doing on 3 good nights there.
I think last year the rain got us. Last year, the year before.
We had rain the first night.
Yeah.
And
made it wet.
And so it's going to be a lot of fun, bring a lot of folks in from around the country here to our area. Just a great project put on by the Wayne County Board of Tourism to bring this in, because it does bring dollars into Wayne County, and just a great event that y'all do sponsor. Somebody wants to know, of course, folks can always text in questions or comments during the world famous Butch and Bob Show at any other time to our main number. It's text enabled. Somebody asked, the number is 427-3711, 912-427-3711. Ask them if they've ever considered a squirrel dog hunt. Is there such a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's just something I've never...
Something you've never done?
I've never done, no. Yeah. But it would be something for somebody
There's actually official squirrel hunts, are they?
Yes. Squirrel hunts.
As many squirrels as there are out there, you can go walk down the park down there.
And squirrel hunting's getting big. I mean, they're paying big money for squirrel dogs, too, now.
Oh, they are?
Yeah. PKC actually has a squirrel division. Yeah.
Wow. Never knew such.
Yeah.
Things you learn on the world famous Butch and Bob Show.
And as far as it goes towards me and tourism, who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Well, we got coon hunting, we got hog hunting, we got a couple of fishing tournaments, big buck contest.
Who knows?
Maybe we got another four-legged creature out there.
That's something they do in the daytime, so maybe we might could look at adding that.
Yeah, it's a daytime thing. Yeah. Well, good. Well, we wish y'all the best. And just hats off to the legacy of your dad, Becky, for they keep this going. And I know, Michael, that you're very involved in making sure this event continues here in the Wayne County to keep the memory alive and to keep the sport going in this area. And hats off to the Wayne County Board of Tourism for being the engine behind all this and sponsoring it.
She does a good job. I don't know how she does all what she does.
Yeah, she's an amazing woman, isn't she?
Thank you.
But it means a lot, and thank y'all for me and Good especially, because Paul, we spent a lot of time with him in the woods for a lot of years, every night, and he spoiled us. He bought us the best dogs money could buy, and now it's kind of, I tell Gut sometimes we hunt, man, I don't know if hunting Paul was good or not, because we can't afford to do what we've done with him.
We're all wearing our labels this morning. Heather's got on her initials, and Becky's got on a memory of, there it is back there, Wayne County, Paul Sheffield Memorial Coon Jam. And then, of course, you've got on your Lewis hunting supplies. I've got on my Big Dog Country label on mine. And why do you have TCU on this morning, Bob, a TCU hoodie?
That's right.
Say that again, please.
My color man, Joe Roddy. His daughter
goes to TCU.
Alex goes to TCU. She's
that's the reason why you have the.
She's got a band scholarship, so this was a Christmas present from Joe.
Oh, okay.
I did a good job on all this stuff, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah, the hat, the shirt.
You did all that down in Sheffield.
The shirt you're wearing.
Yeah, you did this too, the shirt. Yeah, she does it all right down there in Sheffield.
Sheffield. That's right. All your needs, all your athletic and personal needs.
That's right. Sheffield's located on Orange Street across from James E. Bacon. That's where we get all our stuff done like this.
Yes.
Need to have more done. Mine are starting to wear out.
Come see her.
All right. Y'all have a great time with the hunt. Bob, any other questions or comments for them this morning? Y'all take care and be safe out there in the woods. 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO, world famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by the Wolf Animal Hospital, located on West Cherry Street, by Mike Birchford in Blackshear, by Murphy Builder Supply on Northeast Broad Street, and by the Women's Health Center, located in downtown Jesup on Cherry at Broad Street.
The world famous Butch and Bob